Hello, Bookish Brits. My name is Andrew, and today we are talking about Harry Potter. Well, not Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows, but Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is coming out in Theatreland in the West End in London sometime in the summer of next year. I'm going to put these down because I will be using these a lot more. Actually, I'll just use one. This one. Haha. So, we have more information about the story coming about since Rosie uploaded her video on Friday, which I highly recommend you because basically her reaction was my reaction on Friday. I think I tweeted her after she uploaded that video with me going, "That was what I was going to do today!" And so, damn you, Rosie. But it just shows we're a huge Harry Potter fan on the Bookish Brits. So this information has come out, which is basically the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, we're going into discussion about that, takes place after the events of this book. So it takes place at the time or just after the epilogue. So it's 19 years later. So there is nothing to do with Voldemort. It's definitely to do with Harry, and it will deal with Albus Severus and the pressure of the past and the present, and also the name that this poor child has with being called Albus Severus. Why? Okay, that's a big question, but I will say it in another video. And on Friday, hugely excited for it. And then I started chatting to some Bookish Brits people, bloggers, not just the Bookish, but a whole bunch of bloggers. And their reactions really surprised me, and reading reviews and talking to them and articles, which everyone's really excited for it, but there was a lot of negative questions over this. And that was what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because it seems to be very much, there are some people who are really excited for it and all for it, and there are other people who are very negative for it. Because, as some people said, a Harry Potter series is in books, which is for everyone. Everyone likes this book series, and you can just, and this hardback is £17.99, but you never pay retail price for that. And yet, this is a play. It is in London, so immediately, the people that are going to see this is no longer as wide as it is the books. It goes from the whole entire world to a very tiny percentage. And then people in the United Kingdom who can easily get to this will have to then spend a lot of money to get to it. And again, so that will go from that to even smaller. Doesn't matter with me, I live quite close to London, so I can just hop on a train, I don't want to pay the tickets, and so I've got all that stuff. But for people who can't get that easy access, who will have to probably stay in London for a day or two, it does seem like everything we've been talked about Harry Potter and Hogwarts, Hogwarts is always your home, it welcomes all. The play kind of does the opposite effect. It kind of does this message and then just goes, nope, and just gets rid of it. So I was reading these reactions and I was kind of going, so what does this mean for the story? I think the thing that the future, because most of us all said, we want to see this as a book. And I agree, it should be a book. It should be for everyone just so it's there. But then what will happen to the story? Will it go on a global tour? Which is another idea I think would be a good idea. Would it do what Doctor Who did for the 50th anniversary, and what Sherlock is doing this Christmas special, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day special, which is it's going to be shown on TV, but then you can go to the cinema and watch it, and that's a global event, which, again, I think is a really cool idea. Or is it just going to be theatre in London and that's it? Because I think that's the thing where the fans are getting very, very confused over. And I think the fans are also getting confused over the money that you have to spend. Because you're not just getting one ticket to see one show. Oh no, it's in 2 parts, so you have to pay the ticket twice. And I think that's the thing where it's getting a bit more complicated. And I know that sounds like I'm really being quite, preachy and, very nasty about this. Because I'm really excited. But I'm reading all these reactions and I'm there going, yeah, maybe that's the point. But you have to. But my response to this is this is a business. And I know Jacob Rowling, it doesn't need to make money, but there are people who will happily profit from this. And there is someone in that chain that will sit there and think, well, we've got to think about the profit margin. We've got to think about the money. For example, someone must have thought about the profit over this, the Twilight 10th edition. And this. I have a lot of rage over this. And it's not for the reason that you think. It's not the fact of the story. The story I could have a lot. I think Rosie, Kirsty and I have all said that we are going to read this and we are going to have a discussion on this. Because we have quite a lot of questions and rage. But my biggest rage is, you can't get this story, you can't get that separate. You cannot. If you're going to read the story, you need to get the entire hardback book. and you can't do it on your audiobook. You have to get the entire, both audiobooks, Twilight and Life and Death, and with the ebook, you have to get both of them again. So it kind of, so that's the side that I've noticed with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is people are there going, well, why is it in two parts? Is it because it's for the betterment of the story, or is it just because someone's there going, well, we've got this story, how can we stretch it out so we can get the most money out of it possible? I think that is where people are getting a bit over, because I think that's the problem. It is money that is the problem. Why should fans, very loyal fans who have been there, from day one, spend quite a lot of money buying 2 tickets to see the play, then buying the train ticket or to get to London? If you're in the UK, get the train ticket and spend the night in hotels. And if you're not in London, if you're not in England, you're in France or America or Canada, then your chances, or in Australia or South Africa or China, wherever in the world you are, your chances to see it are incredibly slim unless you have a lot of money. So I think that's one of the problems. I will put links to Rosie's video down below, as she did on Friday. There is a post from one of my bloggy pals called Empire of Books, which I will also link down below, because I think reading that article is quite interesting, because some of the points he put across are ones I've mentioned. But I think he does it in a much better way than I have. And I would love to know your opinions, because as a huge Harry Potter fan, and as you guys are probably huge Harry Potter fans, you're probably there. Are you going to see the play? Do you think the money is too much? I mean, you have to spend quite a lot of money getting tickets and then getting there. Or are you getting the feeling that the Harry Potter franchise is now losing the essence of what made Harry Potter so special, and is now becoming this huge money-making thing? The Australian version of Harry Potter for 30 quid. Get the tickets, go see the films, all this stuff. So what do you think? I hope you'll have a lovely day. I hope you keep reading. Leave all your comments down below. Subscribe. Follow us on our Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, wherever the hell we are. I don't know what platforms we're on now. I hope you have a day. I hope you keep reading. And now I've got to go back and read this. Oh, I have so many discussions to talk about this. So, bye guys.